Dog. Told straight. You're listening to NorCal Sports Network. No homers, no casuals. Just truth. Let's go!
All right, everybody. Welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network bringing it to you live. The World Baseball Classic between U.S. and Mexico. And let's get that. It's going to repeat there. There we go. Didn't get it off in time. But, hey, guys, welcome on in. USA leads it over Mexico right now in the bottom of the seventh, 5-2, 1 out. Cal Raleigh is at the plate with a 1-1 count. So we'll tell you, he swings and misses strike two. Hey, Shardall says he loves the WBC. Absolutely. All right. I don't see you. Are you talking about, am I not on? Are we talking, Mark Graves says, I don't see you. I'm not sure if he means me or can you guys see me and hear me okay? Everything coming through clear? Don't have a sound checker. Raleigh, let me know in the chat. Okay, Elmore, see me? Okay, cool. You guys hear me loud and clear here? Got the mic. All right, senior, there we go. Hey, guys, speaking of senior fantasy baseball, we're trying to fill up the leagues, man. We need some people in the points league. And in the, I may end up just doing one league right now, guys. Cal Raleigh strikes out, 2 out, bottom of the seventh. U.S. up 5-2 over Mexico. But keep it right here, guys. We're going to be bringing you the game that's going on right now. Hopefully, U.S. holds on to win this, but we'll bring you the game, and we'll be talking some Giants baseball as well tonight, everybody. We're talking about the roster, just what's happening. Roman Anthony up to the plate. He had a 3-run homer earlier in the ballgame. I think that was the second inning, maybe second or third, whatever it was. U.S. put across 5 runs. They got a 2-run homer by Judge and then a 3-run homer by Roman Anthony. So you like this Giants hat, huh? Yeah, I got a little USA colors with the SF. So welcome on in. Everybody's filling up in here. Let us know your thoughts here. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Anthony. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Reyes, who's pitching for Mexico right now. Let me see if I move this over to my phone here where it doesn't, hopefully it won't hit any keys on the keyboard and make it go nuts. But that way I can look straight ahead instead of over here. Okay, here comes the 1-2 pitch to Anthony, fouled off. All right, guys. So, hey, what else is cooking, everybody? Tony Vitello, can it be a co-host someday? Mr. Weird Cat Karen. If you're not a cat, you probably could. If you're a cat, I don't know if that's going to work, but we can have some new co-hosts. We can do that now and then, sure. So we'll have some fun with that. Here's a pitch high, up 2-2, way above the strike zone. Like to see U.S. put another run on at least. I always like to go in, especially the ninth inning. I love to go in with at least a 4-run lead. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Anthony fouls it down to the first baseman, just off the first base bag. A lot of fans there in Houston from Mexico, rooting for Mexico. I would say it might even be a 55-45 split, 60-40. There's Tariq Scuba on the TV. They're showing him. He's bowed out. He said he's going to go back to Florida to join the Tigers. I was hoping. I don't understand what the difference is, guys, between pitching one more. Anthony lines it to the second baseman. He drops it. He missed it. It rolls into right field. A line drive to the second baseman. It must have been knuckling. It had to be. You don't miss a ball like that. It just went right off the top of his. It was right to him. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a replay. He takes one. It didn't even take a step. He just missed it. He didn't even take one. He took a half a step. Hey, Dom, good to see you guys. Hey, you know what? One of the things that I want to get to when it comes to this thing with Tariq Skubal. Here's my issue. What is the issue with pitching in the WBC versus going and pitching a spring training game? Are you pitching a spring training game with just no effort, and you're just you're gonna go? Hold on here 1 sec. I messed something up here on the. Let me just fix something here. Hold on here. What do we got here? Come on. Hold on. I'm trying to get forgot something to do, and it's my YouTube thing's not working here. Hold on 1 sec, guys, while I do this. Let me close out of that. Anyway, Skubal pitching, I don't get the difference between pitching in Lakeland, Florida, or wherever their camp is, versus going and just pitching. Here's the 2-2 to Buxton. He swung at a pitch above his head, 2-2. Runner on first, 2 out. Should be out of the inning, Mexico, but they second baseman. Let's see if they can capitalize on this error here by the second baseman. So here we go, 2-2, and let's see here. There we go. I forgot to turn the ads on. I always forget that. 3-2, low and away. So runner will be off from first base. Buxton will be off. A ball in the gap or down the line could score Buxton, or not Buxton, but Anthony. Now, Anthony got thrown out at the plate earlier in the game. Perfect throw by the cutoff man. I can't remember who threw it in, but it was beautiful. It might have been the second baseman. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He swung and missed at ball 4 that was up and in. Wasn't even close to a strike, but Byron Buxton goes down. We go to the 8th inning, top of the 8th. U.S. leading Mexico 5-2. So there we go. All right. So, yeah, what do you guys think about this Tariq Skubal thing? I mean, he's not throwing that many pitches, right? I mean, they have pitch limits on him. Why couldn't you go out and throw a game for the U.S. next week, or this? Let's see, he pitched yesterday on Sunday. Why couldn't he just pitch this weekend? That's the time they need him is in the games that really are going to count against the tough competition. He pitched against Brazil, right? It was Brazil they played. Was that the team? I think so. Let's see. U.S. has played 2 games. They played. Who have they played? Gosh darn. Brazil and help me out, guys. Who was their first game against the U.S.? Now, I don't want to look it up because I don't have any help tonight. Oh, yes, I do. I just looked in the green room, and there he is. Dallas with some
sunglasses.
Hey, we selling sunglasses. Okay.
No, we're moving Girl Scout cookies here. I just wanted to hop on and say hi to everybody. But I'll show you where I am here.
Great Britain. That's it. Okay, we're out at the Lowe's. Yeah, put some of those cookies inside one of those barbecues, and maybe someone will get an extra bonus there.
That's right. So
yeah, we'll
anyway,
have.
Are you talking WBC?
Joining us soon too. He's busy right now, but what is that in Carmichael, Sacramento? Where is it at?
We are in the northern part of Elk Grove. Yeah,
Elk Grove. Okay.
Yep.
Elk Grove. There we go.
We got another 20 minutes here, and then we'll be wrapping it up. But
cool. Well, this is a good game right now. U.S. is leading 5-2, and we got Mr. Weird Cat Karen says Dallas in Lowe's, laughing out loud. No, he's not in Lowe's. He's outside of Lowe's.
The mosquitoes are swarming here.
You got to come to Arizona. We just don't get mosquitoes here.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your thoughts, Dallas? Tariq Skubal said it was a tough decision and he wanted to stay and pitch again, but talked to his agent, the team. I don't know who he was talking to, but he sounds like there's a deep drive to right field. If that stays fair, it's gone. It's gone. Duran hits a blast into right field, and it's 5-3. Jarren Duran hits one high and deep and out of here. 5-3 U.S., a very precarious lead right now. You're in the 8th inning with nobody out, and you're only up by 2. Hey, thanks, Bob Nightingale. Finally, he delayed. Maybe he listened to me. He was at the ball game earlier, or he is at the ball game, and he was tweeting out the home run by Judge and Anthony, and it was before the TV would even show it. It was like, I told him, I said, hey, Bob, some of us are trying to enjoy the game live. Can you wait 30 seconds before trying to be the first guy out there with your tweet? He listened. He listened. Yeah, I was getting, yeah. Okay, who's on the mound? Oh, Boyd. Not Dennis Boyd, Matthew Boyd. Dennis Boyd was oil count Boyd.
What did Skubal decide? He's not going to pitch?
He's not. And I don't understand, what I'm trying to figure out, he's going to go pitch back in a minor league. You can get hurt in any game. This whole thing about people saying, I hear people all the time talk about, well, Logan Webb could get hurt. Well, you know what? Logan Webb could get hurt pitching in the bullpen, warming up.
Yeah, or washing his truck.
Yeah, exactly. Or riding a bicycle, a dirt bike.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, look, every pitch a pitcher throws is a possibility of that UCL tearing.
That's right. Yeah. So, I mean, when you have your staff there, maybe there's a little bit extra, or maybe, you might try to push it in a situation, but, they're very careful with those pitchers. They're on a strict limit. They only pitch a certain number of pitches, certain number of innings. So I don't know. It seems as safe as it's going to be.
Yeah. And I mean, in 2 weeks, you're going to be throwing opening day, right? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Just over 2 weeks. So I don't know why pitching a week before the season starts is a risk. Oh, Boyd hits Arozarena on the elbow guard, and now the tying run is coming to the plate for Mexico. Wow. So my thoughts on USA's chances, I think they have as good a chance as anybody in the tournament. I would think that they're the favorites, them and the Dominican. And I like them and the Dominican, and I like Japan. Is Webb the second ace? I think he is. Now that Duran Skubal's leaving, he's the ace, second ace behind Skenes. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he'll have a change of heart in 4 or 5 days when he sees the competition is, I don't know.
Well, he mentioned that he wanted to start again, and then if he changes his mind again, I think that's a lot of flip-flopping. So he's probably not going to do it.
He's probably done, because that's tough on your you have to get, getting yourself ready for a game is not just the day of the game. It's 3+ days before.
Sure. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to finish up the sale here, but I wanted to check in and say hi, and I'll be listening in my headphone here. So. All
right. Nice lit up there. Now, if you want to join us afterwards, Los may jump in here. This is fun. So we'll let you go. And
all right, when I get out of here, if you're still on, I'll pop back on.
All right. Thanks, Dallas. All right. Dallas reporting live from Elk Grove, California, up in the neck of Sacramento. So we welcomed him in, and he may join. Here's Aranda, who's good little hitter for Tampa, has he's got some pop. He could tie this thing up with one swing. Who's the third ace? They really don't have a third ace. I think it's Nolan McLean of the Mets. So I don't know who's going to pitch tomorrow against Italy. It probably is McLean. Webb pitched Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, he did it. It's gone. It's a tie ball. Wait, no, hold on. That's something else. That's a highlight. Shoot, take that back. They showed a highlight of Mexico, of Aranda hitting a home run. Sorry. Scratch. Okay, here's the 0-2 pitch from Boyd. He throws over to first. And Arozarena back easily. Yeah, they tricked me, Dom. They tricked me. I'm trying to listen to the game, but the way these things work, if you have these things with your iPhone, when you talk, if you got them set on a certain setting, you can't hear the volume because it cuts it. You didn't miss anything, Jim. All right, we've got 5-3, 0-2 count. U.S. up. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from swung on and missed as he chases a ball outside for the first out. And it's one man down. And here comes Mark DeRosa, the manager. Looks like he's probably going to pull Boyd and bring in. Yeah, he's calling for the righty. Who's coming out of the pen? I don't even know exactly all of the relievers that are on this team. Now, some of these guys aren't the best reliever. Like Clevenger, he's okay. He's okay. But hey, who wants to play fantasy baseball? I got guys who committed, and I've been emailing them. Let me look at and see if they've responded. I'm trying to get a head count, and you got to respond to the emails. Jerry, you're out there. You responded. Thank you. Appreciate that. Sean, I don't know who Sean is. Sean could be any one of these anonymous type names, but Sean said he wanted to play. And Sean, I've been emailing you a couple times and you're not answering. So if you're in this chat tonight, you got to respond to the email. We got to know who the final head count is. All right. Hold on here. Let me check something else here. Okay, guys. We're in the top of the eighth, top half of the eighth inning. Come on. What happened to my screen here? There we go. Give me the full screen. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful screen? Look at that. Put the little stand up, and we'll just set it right there. So 5-3, top of the eighth. U.S. is going to have to add on. They cannot afford to lose this game. That puts them in a must-win situation tomorrow against Italy, and I don't think they have their best pitcher going. I'm guessing it's McLean tomorrow. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, everybody's, Mike Evans is coming to the 49ers. I don't know how I feel about it. It's better than probably Jawan Jennings. It's not, he's older. I mean, the 49ers just keep getting older and older. Okay, Griffin Jacks of the Minnesota Twins is in to come in. This team has Clayton Kershaw on it. I wonder if he'll actually make an appearance or if he's just on. Italy has the espresso machine in the dugout. Hard to beat. Do they really, Dom? That's sweet. Ned Coletti, is he the general manager of Italy, bringing in the espresso machine for the players? Love it. Yeah. Man, all these what happens if Tony Vitello was the manager of Italy? Not this year. Maybe down the road. Okay, here comes the 2-0 pitch, 3-0. He's in danger of putting the tying run on the bases. Hey, just throw a strike. It's Christian Kirk, slowest guy next to Wilmer Flores in baseball. Put it on the ground. It's a double play. We saw that in the World Series. There's a strike right down the middle, 3-1. Now, Kirk could be looking to pop one here. Okay, this is getting tense now. Okay, we've got a 3-1 count. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Jack. Strike 2. Kirk thought it was outside, but it clipped the corner. It was a good pitch. 3-2. Do you send the runner? Do you send the runner to stay out of the double play? I'm going to guess that Mexico sends the runner. Let's see. I would send him. Here, Jack Skitz looks in. Kirk is ready. The 3-2 pitch, he's not running. Ground ball to short. Easy double, 6-4-3. Easy double play as you ever see. Kirk was not even halfway down the line. I told you, you should have sent him. Why am I not managing Mexico? Come on. Well, I guess I don't have any Mexican descent in me, but I would have sent him. I did not see that, Senior. He said, did I see Cal Raleigh refuse to shake Arozarena's hands? They are teammates. Now, did Randy Arozarena re-sign with Seattle? For some reason, I thought he went somewhere else, but maybe I'm wrong. Yep, we saw that in the World Series. Exactly. I'm not a Sanchez, no. But we may have someone of Mexican descent join us here during the ball game. It's just a matter of if he can get free or not. He's got a little bit of work to do. But Carlos De La Fuente, an OG of the channel and a co-host at times of this show, he may join us shortly, hopefully. Oh, okay. I did see a text. Let me take a look at that, Senior. Let's take a look at this text here. I'm watching. All right. Cal Raleigh saying, I wonder what was said. Maybe something along the lines is, I'll shake your hand after the game. Right now, we're battling countries. I don't know, man. That's pretty. Saw somebody else do that on Twitter the other day that I thought was cool. Okay, so let's get to this, back to this game. And let me get my full length screen here. Hold on. Come on, give me this. There we go. All right. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and it is 5-3. Time for the U.S. to add on. Christian Kirk, man. I don't like that guy up the plate with a guy on first base when double play, man. Automatic double play. That guy, have you guys seen that guy run? I just had my second hip replaced just a month and a half ago, January 14th. I think I could probably outrun Christian Kirk. Man, he's as slow as they come. And speaking of trying to maybe rally Team Mexico, we bring in, wait, let me see. Hold on here. Hold on just 1 second. I got to see something here. Hold on 1 sec. See if we can do this. Music. Hold on. All right, 1 second here. Oh, that's not going to work. We don't have the time to do that. We bring him in from Arizona, Los D. What's happening, Los?
Man, you didn't have to go through all that trouble.
Oh man, I wanted to give you a great entry, man.
Mariachis.
Hey, give us the Los, says Dom Peralta. Yes.
I heard you talking about Kirk. That was a huge double play to get out of that inning. And then and you were saying, speaking of, I thought you were going to say, oh, we bring in Los D, who's as slow as Kirk. I thought you were leaning into that. I'm like, even at my advanced age, I'm not slow.
That's
not
what
yet.
I said. At my hip, I think I can outrun Christian Kirk. No, I mean, 3-2 pitch. He doesn't strike out a ton. Got to send that guy. Got to send that guy. Stay out of the double play.
I didn't expect this kind of a game. It's a relatively low-scoring game. I thought once Skenes got out of the game that Mexico would be able to score, and they have. But I'm a little surprised the U.S. only has 5 runs.
Yeah, and all in one inning. They haven't scored in the other 6 innings. They've
two swings of the bat are the difference of the game.
Yeah, yeah. Who do you like in this tournament, Los? I personally like 3 teams a lot. Well, 4. I think in order, I'd probably go U.S., Dominican, Japan, Venezuela. But what do you got?
Yep, those are my 4. I think Dominican and Venezuela are in the same group, so only one can come out of there. But
no, they can both come out. 2 can come out of the out of each pool. So
2 can come out. Okay,
should come out of this. If they lose, if they don't come back and win tonight, and they beat Italy tomorrow, they should be in.
So those 4,
or win
to me, have the best rosters. They just have the best players. Yeah. Venezuela, Dominican, Japan, and U.S. The next tier is Italy is a pretty good team. Korea is a pretty good team, and Mexico is a pretty good team. There might be one other.
Mexico's uniforms. I love the logo and the colors. The green and red. Oh, there's a line drive base hit from Witt Jr. That's going to get in the gap. Alex Thomas cuts it off. Witt's going for 2. He dives into second base with a double, and you've got 1 out and a man in scoring position, and you've got your big boys up now. You got Harper, Judge, Schwarber, but they do have the lefty in for Mexico to face Harper, and if it gets to Schwarber, so. But Judge is going to. Do they have the 3 batter minimum in this WBC?
I don't think so. How about that young left-handed Mexican pitcher? Kid looked like he was like 18 or 19 years old. He was throwing some smoke out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a surprisingly low-scoring game. Oh, you're a little bit ahead of me, so I'll just trust your.
No, I'm not lying to you. Although I did announce a home run that was from a previous game that I thought Aranda had tied up the game. I was like, oh, that was a highlight. They were showing.
You know what's always interesting to me is that I was at the Mexico-U.S. game 3 years ago in Arizona. Fantastic atmosphere and vibe, just unbelievable. And that was a 70-30% Mexico crowd. And
that was at Chase, right?
That was at Chase. And here again in Houston, it's about, from just hearing it, it looks like it's a 65-70% crowd. Are you surprised that a game on U.S. soil and is America's game pastime is still dominated by Mexico fans? That's a little surprising to me.
I think there's more pride in Mexico when it comes to the country, their baseball team, their soccer team, whatever it is. There's just more pride. I think for we U.S. people get lazy with so much saturation of, like we've got the Giants, we got the Warriors, we got the Niners, we got the Sharks. They generally have one team, right? To whether it's in their city, they don't have multiple sports. And, you think of all the Mexican Americans that are living, especially in border cities like Houston and Phoenix.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to show up. And
so if the U.S. wants a predominantly U.S. crowd in 3 years, have the next game in Minnesota, or or Boise, Idaho, or
build a stadium in Montana.
Yeah, have it up north. Then you might get more of a crowd. But what's so beautiful about what's so great about this tournament is everybody like that loves baseball and is talking about it, and maybe hasn't watched this tournament too consistently and are getting into it. What do we always talk about, Dan, about how the game has become so business-like? And now, especially for the U.S. players, they're not playing for contract. They're not trying to hit homers to get, the big deal. They're just playing the game. They're just playing the game the way it's supposed to be played, with passion and with fun, and it's showing and it's coming out like that, because that's how all the other teams, even the Asian teams that were very robotic and very stoic in the past, they show emotion when they, get a big home run or
Schwarber grounds to the second, and we go to the ninth.
Yeah,
going to the ninth, 5-3. Who's going to be closing it for the U.S.? Who is their closer?
I have no idea. I know Munoz is Mexico's closer, and he's as nasty as it gets.
Yeah, Seattle's closer. Yeah, and then you got Diaz. Is he the DR? Is he with the DR? Edwin Diaz is he with Venezuela or Puerto Rico? No, he's Puerto Rican. I think
he's Puerto Rico. I think.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a tough draw. Venezuela, Puerto Rico, and the DR. Those are three of the best teams, and because they're in the same region, they lump them together.
Who's Yadier Molina? Who is he managing? What team is he?
Molina is Puerto Rican, I think. I'm pretty sure he's from Puerto Rico. Yeah.
We were talking about him as a potential Giants manager.
Yeah.
I would have liked him, but I'm all in on Vitello for sure.
Yeah, I love Tony V, man. I'm all in on Tony V.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see who the closer for the U.S. is going to be. I'm trying to think of all the high closers. Which ones are American? God, there's a lot of Latino closers now that I think about it.
Mason. Oh, it's Miller. It's Mason Miller.
Oh,
he's coming in. Yeah, it's Mason. Oh, and I just saw NorCal Sports put it up there. I think it's Mason Miller. I saw Miller pitching the other day, but did Miller? U.S. had yesterday off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So because he pitched the other day, and I was thinking like, why? Yeah. So Miller's probably coming in. We got mock drafting right now. Senior says, "Are you getting ready for fantasy? Are you going to join?" Senior wants to know, "Are you going to bless the group? Are you going to join us with your fantasy NorCal Sports Network fantasy baseball league?" Let's cut to the chase.
Yeah, I can't see any of the comments being here on the phone. Senior's asking that.
Yeah, he says, "All right, let's cut to the chase. Is Los blessing us with his presence in the NorCal Fantasy League?"
I'm considering it. I generally don't like that. I generally don't like to have more than one team, but I make them over. Yeah, you talk enough S to me, and get my competitive juices going.
I'll kick your ass, Los. I hate to tell you this, but you got me last year in your league. Come on over to my league.
Oh, I got to come on your home turf, huh?
Yeah, I've been trying to get Vince Russo. He said Vince Russo. He called me a fraud or something like that, or something.
We had such a good relationship with Vince too.
I think he was. Vince. He's half joking. He says, "Oh, hey, bro," but I told him. He said, "If you're the commissioner, I'm not playing. I have no chance." I said, "Look, I'll challenge you. You be the commissioner of my league, and I'll still beat you." You got to talk smack with Vince. So.
Oh, that is not Mason Miller. That's Garrett Whitlock.
Oh, there's a base hit down the line. It could be 2. Judge picks it up. Oh, he holds him to 1. Why do we not have Mason Miller?
I don't know, but Whitlock's hittable.
Why do we not have Mason Miller in?
God, look at all that red and green in that stadium.
Yeah, Carlos, it's 5-3. It's the top of the 9th. Mexico has the leadoff man on first. Melendez, I think that's who it was.
Meneses, Joey. He hit 2 homers in the game in Arizona 3 years ago. That game.
Okay. So now coming up is the Alejandro Osuna, a left-handed batter. He's facing Whitlock. The pitch, he fouls it off. He had a nice cut at the ball. 0-1. Top of the 9th. 5-3 U.S. We'll just give you, this is 2/10 to talk about anything else right now. So 5-3. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. He fouls it off again out of play. Bregman chases, but it's up in the seats. 0-2. 5-3. Top of the 9th. U.S. leads it over Mexico. Man on first. 0-2. And it's Osuna, the 6th place hitter, facing Garrett Whitlock. Where's Whitlock playing now? So
I got a question.
0-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. He struck him out, swinging on a high fastball.
So the leadoff hit to start the game, start this inning, was down the line. Why isn't the first baseman playing on the line and protecting against doubles?
That's a good question. Maybe.
I mean, I know it's an opposite field hit, but you can't give up. It wasn't a double at the end of the day, but it's interesting that he wasn't playing on the line.
Yeah. Okay. Now we've got up to bat for Mexico. Who's? Let's see. Who do we got? Okay. What do we? Come on. Let's not turn on us now here. Okay. There we go. Ornelas. He's 1 for 1 in the WBC with a home run. He fouls off the first pitch, a low sinker. It's 0-1. U.S. has Judge, Japan has Otani, and Venezuela has Arise. The power hitters, yes. Okay, Whitlock looks in. He comes in with the 0-1 pitch. Oh, another beautiful splitter there that just went down and tailed away. We used to call it the old screwball. This is a beautiful pitch. 0-2. He looks in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down low. He throws another splitter. And it's 1-2. 1-2 count. 1 out. Top half of the 9th. U.S. 5, Mexico 3. Whitlock looks into Raleigh. He comes. He delivers. Down and in. Another splitter. He's sticking with the splitter.
You know how you know, Dan, if a guy or a gal for that matter is a true baseball fan and not a casual, as we say?
Yeah.
The people that wear the shirt that says 6 + 4 + 3 = 2. Oh. If you know and if you understand what that is, you know baseball. Yeah. If you're looking at that and you're going, I don't get it. 6 + 4 + 3 = 13. How does that equal 2? If you don't know the answer to that, then you don't know baseball.
Oh, he swung on a miss on a splitter and struck him out. Down to the last out, Mexico.
You are a casual.
What's that? 6?
You are 6 4 3.
4 + 3 = 2.
Yeah, I saw a guy in the stands wearing that shirt, and every time I see that shirt, I laugh because, again, baseballers understand what that means.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't.
Now, who you actually do? Okay, here's the pitch to Alec Thomas of the Diamondbacks, batting 8th. Now he's got some pop in him. He can always hit one. 1-0. Do you have any? I'm sure you'd love to see both teams advance, U.S. and Mexico, but playing each other like they are tonight. Do you have any
preference?
Preference, lean one way or the other?
Yeah, I'm pulling for Mexico. They're the underdog.
Okay.
I gotta back my dad's heritage for sure.
There you go. He's got him down 1-2. He's throwing that splitter and they can't hit it. I don't know who I would pull for, Italy and U.S. Probably the U.S., but I'd love to see Italy win too. But all right, here we go.
Either way works.
Yeah, 1-2. He steps off the rubber. Whitlock steps off and calls Cal Raleigh out to the mound. Wants to talk it over. Raleigh comes out to the mound. Now he's back in the catcher's squat. And here comes the pitch. He hit him. No, he didn't. I thought that hit his foot. Wait a minute.
Replay.
That didn't hit his foot? What did that hit? That didn't hit his foot? I guess it just missed. Okay, 2-2. Duran's on deck. Coming up. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Grounded to second. It backhanded by Duran. He throws to first. Got him, and the game is over. 5-3. Beautiful play by Duran. He got the backhand and threw him out. And that's your ball game. U.S. 5, Mexico 3. A very
well-played game.
Very good ball game. And there you have it, everybody. U.S. tomorrow goes on to play Italy to try to complete the 4-game sweep in their pool play. Mexico hung in there, and they don't really have that great of pitching,
No, that's why I'm shocked that the U.S. only has 5 runs, because it was really a bullpen game for Mexico. Their 2 starters have already pitched. That was just a bunch of bullpen guys, and they held them down. But U.S. held on. Their bullpen did well as well.
Yeah. So USA wins it 5-3. I'll tell you, we saw Japan. Now, if Japan played the Dominican in the championship, that would be like the polar opposite of emotion. Japan is just like very businesslike, stoic. Shohei, and then you got Dominican just jumping all over the place.
Japan has actually been more emotional lately, especially with Shohei's influence. So they're not as emotional as Dominican. I mean, nobody's as emotional as Dominican.
Dominican and Venezuela and Puerto Rico, those guys, man, just go watch some winter ball down there.
Did you see O'Neal Cruz of the Dominican? I think 2 games ago, he hit one in the upper deck, and he literally stood at home plate for about 5 seconds looking into his dugout before he took off for first.
Who hit
that? O'Neal Cruz.
Oh, I did not see that one.
From the Pirates. He stood at home plate and just looked into his home dugout with his arms crossed. Yeah, I did it. I mean, I'm an old school baseballer and I kind of get it, but in the Latin American culture, they don't look at it as you showed me up or disrespect. They look at it as, hey, you got me, congratulations. But when we hit a home run, we're gonna celebrate as well. So it's kind of it's kind of looked upon from a different perspective, where traditional American baseball for so many years, it's like Bumgarner got pissed off if you took more than 6 seconds to go around the bases. He would get upset, right? I mean, Bumgarner couldn't. Can you imagine Bumgarner pitching in this thing? And oh my God, dude, what a red ass! He would get pissed and I love Bum, but oh man, he would get so upset over the littlest things. He would not do well with this format at all. Nope.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's a different perspective. I mean, the worldwide way of playing baseball is more fun. Like every other sport, basketball, football, hockey, is just, there's a little bit more emotion, and it should be. It's a game at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Wow. So yeah, you're looking at 8 teams that advance after Wednesday. We'll know who the quarterfinals will be, and then it's just how does that work? I've never really followed the World Baseball Classic as far as I always know who wins, but I don't actually follow it like I have this year. Is there double elimination, or is it just knockout? You're just knocked out at that point. You lose the quarterfinals, you're done, right?
Yeah, I think it's single elimination. And once the 8 teams get in, I think it's just like one of those 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7.
Okay,
brackets.
so they seed them then. Okay.
Right. And I'm not sure how, if teams have similar records, maybe it's run differential gets the 1 seed. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, it's single elimination. So I think
you want to go in 4-0, right? I mean,
Wednesday's game, Mexico, Italy, is going to be for that second spot.
Wednesday, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, because
and that's going to be a good game. They're both good teams.
Yeah, I mean, if the U.S. wins, it's that Wednesday game, Italy. Then we'll have a battle. I will be pulling for Italy. You will be pulling for Mexico, and I will put on my Italian DeFalco's hat.
Well, I got the same hat, so I gotta find I gotta find a Taco Bell hat or something.
By the way, guys, if you are in the Arizona area and you're coming down for spring training, there's only a week and a half left. They finish up on the 21st. So if you're coming down to Arizona and you say like, hey, Dan, where's a good place to go eat? Well, people ask that all the time. Well, let me tell you where a good place to go eat is. And that is DeFalco's Italian Eatery in Scottsdale. That's a wonderful place. You got to go there. The menu's awesome. The vibe is great. It's a lot of, guy comes out with your order. Hey, Dan C. And they're looking all around and, I can't tell you enough about the place. Go eat at, Giants coaches and players frequent the place. It's wonderful Italian food, subs, grinders, cold and hot. And you've also got pizza. And look, we even have a little spot. Here we are at DeFalco's Italian Eatery in Scottsdale. And we have, who's this guy?
What's
hey,
up,
look
man?
at this. It's Low Steve.
How's it going?
Man, you're the man that told us about DeFalco's. What do you got to say about this place?
Just a phenomenal deli. I love delis. Grew up with them. It's East Coast flavor, East Coast vibe. Everything here I've had is good. So this is a spot to come if you're coming to Giants baseball or Scottsdale in general. Come to DeFalco's. You will not be let down.
All right, man. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you go. DeFalco's. You got to visit that place. And you know what? It costs you some money sometimes, right? You cost you money to travel to Arizona if you're coming down from the Bay Area, whether you're driving with sky-high gas prices coming now or you're flying, you're going to need some money. And what better way to make some money than playing with Prize Picks, all right? Prize Picks, there you see the logo there up on the screen, and then right below me there, right there is the promo code NCSN. You don't want to miss that. You want to make sure you put in that promo code because Prize Picks, what is Prize Picks? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a daily fantasy app where you build lineups by choosing whether players will have more or less than a projected stat total. In other words, like, is Brock Purdy going to throw for more than 2 touchdowns? Or is Christian McCaffrey going to, run for more than 77 yards or whatever it is, more or less? And, you got basketball going on with the NBA right now. You got hockey. You got Major League Baseball. Prize Picks. Right now, new users get $50 in lineups when they play their first $5 lineup. Win or lose, guys. They're giving you $50. Come on. Put the money in. $5. I think maybe at takes 10 to open the account. You only need to play 5, and they give you 50. Where are you going to go get that? Most places, you got to play 50 to get 50. Not at Prize Picks. It's available in all 50 states. Download the Prize Picks app today. Build your lineup and follow along while watching the games, or just go to the link in the video of this, in the description of this video. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. And you just might turn that $50 they're giving you into $300-400 and pays for your spring training trip that you can go visit DeFalco's while you're watching after a Giants ball game. All right? So that's how you do it. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, Los. Man,
what do you think the Prize Picks over under 84.5 wins for the Giants is? Are you going over or under 84.5?
I don't think it's their price. I think it's probably 80.5 or 81.5 is probably what they're setting it.
That's just Los's number. Forget about Prize Picks.
Okay. Los's number is 84.5. You're hearing it right here on NorCal Sports Network. Look at this. We got the Giants. Look at the mic, Ben. You like that, Los? You got the Giants right there on the mic. Yeah, I stole that idea from Paulie. Or was it Tony? Maybe it was Tony. I think it was Tony. Yeah.
No, it's Paulie. It's Paulie.
Okay, one of them has it. Hey, just by the way, guys, if you're looking for a daytime show to go watch, you guys need to get over to Polymac Particles. You got to go watch the show. It's on YouTube. It's Paul McNamara, formerly with Murph and Mac, Polymac, and he's on with. How do you pronounce Tony's last name? Was it Ryan? Ryan. Just okay. Tony Ryan, former producer at KMBR, and him and Tony and Paulie are great. You got to get over there to their show. They do a fantastic job. They're on at noon every day. Okay. Noon every day except Wednesdays. They come on at 8 p.m. So go subscribe to that channel. Here it is right there. So it's called Polymax Particles on YouTube. You should be subscribing. It's a really cool, tight-knit family. Los and I are sponsors of the show, and he's been a sponsor for over a year, I believe. They started
a year this month.
Yeah, they started up just about a year ago, right? In February, I think, January or February of last year.
Yeah.
And so go join that show, and you'll have some fun, man. It's not just great sports talk. It's a lot of culture talk, what's happening with music and in the movies and all kinds of fun stuff. And, and those guys are professionals. They're really, they're really good at what they do. So I would have, you guys just got to go check it out. And that's a growing channel, and I think you'll love it. To answer the question, though, by Los, I am going with Prize Picks. I'm going more than 84.5. More. I'm picking the Giants to win 85 to 90 games this year. I've got them in that 85 to 88, but I might just see how this thing goes in the next week or two. I think the Giants are going to be a fun team to watch this year. I think they're going to be a much better sound team fundamentally. They're going to be engaged. Look, baseball can tend to be a long, drawn-out season. And if you got a manager that is not engaged with you, it's just kind of like it can get old. It can get old. NCSTL, NorCal Sports Talk, whatever, 1_1 or L live, maybe 81 and 81. He says, sorry, Tony, 81 and 81. I think it's an 85 win team, and it wouldn't surprise me if they reached 89, 90. Okay. That's I'm sticking with 85. Okay. I'm calling 85 plus. And I have not, I was a little off last year. I said 86, I think. And, and I will say that if they have a lot of injuries, they're in trouble. especially to their starting pitching. If they lose a couple of guys in the rotation, it thins them out pretty quickly.
Wizenhunt bounced back and had a nice outing.
He did.
I don't know if he's still in the running for the 5th spot. I would think he is.
No, he's not. Nobody's in the running. He's not in the running for the 5th spot, and neither is
Tidwell.
No,
Birdsong.
No, Birdsong's not in. These guys are fighting for bullpen spots. The rotation's set unless there's an injury. It's clearly right now it's Webb, Ray, and I don't know after the order, but Hauser, Molly, and Roop. I would start Roop near the back of the rotation just to give him less pressure, and then he's not facing, he's facing somebody in the back of the rotation. That's why, Webb, a lot of times Webb, he's going up against a Skenes or a Yamamoto or, a Skubal when they play each other because, the rotations stay fairly close the days, the games and stuff they play and especially in the beginning of the year. But the Giants, that might get thrown off this year, Los, because they start Wednesday and then they're off Thursday. They play Friday and Saturday, and then they're off Sunday. So Webb could technically pitch game 4. He pitches Wednesday. He could have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and pitch game 4 in San Diego. If you don't want to go through the whole rotation, you might maybe skip a Roop or a Molly or something like that to give him a little more time. And then, I even kicked the idea around the other day in my mind of what if they went with a 6-man rotation and put Trevor McDonald in the rotation and then just let Webb pitch every 5th day. He gets 32 starts and the other starters only have 26 starts because they're rested more. They got that 5 days of rest instead of 4. And maybe they last longer, but then you weaken your bullpen because your bullpen's not as strong. You don't have as many guys. So, you could do it if you had a stud lineup and didn't need to put in, guys off the bench too much. You could go with 14 pitchers and 12 position players. Then you could do that. But
how about the over under on complete games by the pitching staff for the whole year at 3.5 for the whole staff?
Less.
Yeah. You're probably right. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? The whole pitching staff for the whole year under 3.5 complete games.
I would feel comfortable. I would say that they end up with 3, and I would say Webb. If they get 3, Webb would get them all.
Yep.
They would probably only get 2. They probably, like NorCal says, I don't think that's going to be more. Yeah, we could play the more or less game. All right, I'll give you a more or less. Harrison Bader hit 277 last year. We had a little disagreement at spring training, you and I.
Yep.
Where would you like to set Harrison Bader's more or less? I'll let you set it because I'll give you your number.
I'll set it at 258 because he's down. Well, that's what number I have him at, but because of the ballpark and it's not a hitter's park, we're going to take a little bit of numbers off of that, what he hit last year, and the lineup around him. So we'll put him at we'll just make it an even 260, more or less than 260. Where do you got him? I got him
less.
I got him at. I told you I think he's going to hit 275. I think he's still going to hit in this ballpark because this ballpark is big in the gaps, and I hope he does.
I hope he does. That would be awesome. Oh, gee, I just saw my score came over. These Warriors are awful, man. They just lost to the Utah Jazz 119-116, and
And everybody said, who cares, right?
I've watched maybe 3 games this year,
I have
and not even a full game.
I've just lost interest in watching that team, man. This I
Mhm.
don't know if it's just the NBA or if it's because Steph's not playing much. I wasn't even watching when Steph was playing that much. It's just like the NBA is just it's rough. So
It's a rough watch.
So anyway, I think this. So let me give you another over, more or less. We're going by price picks. We don't use the O and the U word because it's not.
It's not. They have it trademarked.
Yeah. Well, we're not allowed to talk about the O and the U. So it's more or less. I'm going to give you a number on Elliot Ramos. 24 home runs, more or less?
More.
Okay. More. All right.
Yep.
Matt Chapman. RBIs, 80. More or less?
Less.
I'm going more.
Okay.
Actually, I should say 79 and a half. I've got him at 80. I said I'm on record here, everybody. I could put a big pie in my face, but I'm on record as saying Matt Chapman hits 80 RBIs for only the second time in his big league career. The other time he did it was with the Oakland A's in 2019. He had 36 homers, 91 RBIs. That was the juice ball season. So I think Chapman somehow gets to 80 RBIs this year.
I think the key to that answer is going to be where he hits in the lineup. If he hits second, like he's been doing a lot of in spring, I think he might hit your over. I think if he hits 7th, 6th, I think a lot of those RBIs are going to be gone because the 4 or 5 guys are going to be knocking people in. So where he hits in the lineup, I think is going to be a big factor on his RBI total.
Yeah. All right. Jung-Hoo Lee, more than 290 or less?
Less.
Okay.
I think he'll be like a 277, 280 hitter.
Okay.
Good.
I got him at 275. That was pretty high. I gave you that a little easy one. All right. Luis Ariz, 310, more or less?
More.
Okay.
I think he's going to rake at that ballpark.
I hope so. I sure hope so. Okay, Willie Adames, more or less than 29 home runs?
I'm going to say more. I think he's going to be comfortable in his surroundings this year, and he's got a little bit more protection in the lineup. So I'm going to go more. Not much more, and hopefully he's got to be healthy. So I got him for maybe 31, 33 homers.
Okay. Rafael Devers, more or less than 35 homers?
Less. The ballpark. Still's going to get a lot of balls hit out, and McCovey's Cove are going to get caught at the wall.
Okay.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close,
right.
but slightly under.
Okay. More or less than 105 RBIs for Devers?
Less. Close.
Okay. Let's go
Eldridge.
Don't know if he's even going to make the team right now. It's kind of Tony Vitello said, kind of left it on the fence today and made a comment that he will contribute at some point in the season this year.
Yeah, then if that's the case, it's hard to predict. He's got to get consistent at bats.
Yeah. So Eldridge is kind of hard to go by. All right, let's do
who's going to be the closer?
Probably Ryan Walker. 25 saves, more or less?
Less. I think Santos is going to be the closer.
Ooh. Maybe Killian comes in, becomes a closer.
Maybe
You know what?
McDonald.
I'm going to go with Ryan Walker with more than 25 saves. I think he has a bounce back year. And I'm just going to go, that may be my worst prediction I have ever made, but I'm going to stick with it. Chappie. Did I already do his home run over? No, I did Ramos.
No,
right?
you did. You did RBIs for Chapman.
80, yeah. Okay. Chapman, more or less than 25 home runs?
Less.
Okay. I think he gets, I'm going to say Chappie gets 25, 26 homers. I'm going to go more. Patrick Bailey, more or less than 235 batting average?
More. I think he comes around this year and he does better.
Okay. I kind of got a feeling he might too. I'm hoping he gets up to like 240 would be nice.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay, so we've covered Arise, we've covered Adames, Chapman, Ramos, Bader, and Lee. All right, Logan Webb, more or less than 200 innings again?
More.
Probably more, yeah. We didn't ask you on the Giants win total. Where did you have them? More or less than 84.5?
I got them more. I like this team. I like their depth of their lineup. I like the balance of their lineup. And I think Hauser and Molly are going to do well in 3-4.
Yeah, I think they'll be going to surprise some people.
Yeah, I mean, they got to remember, this is a pitcher's ballpark. And if you look at some of the numbers and statistics and data on both of these guys, they're kind of fly ball pitchers. And, where they were respectively before, those balls might go out, but at this ballpark, they're not. So I think that might shave, anywhere from a half to 3/4 of a run on their ERA. And, I'm not going to say they're world beaters, but I think the Giants are going to score some runs this year. So, this team is not going to have to hold teams down to 2 or 3 runs to win games anymore. If the pitching can hold them to 4 or 5, I think this team can consistently score 4 or 5, 6 runs quite a bit. So I got them winning about 87 games this year.
Yeah. Dan, you don't ask a Rise home run, Alex says. How do you predict a Rise home runs? What do you put them at? More or less than 10?
I got a better one. Over under on Arias's errors at second at 10.5.
More.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. He looks good in camp and spring training that we've seen him. He looks natural, but I think he'll get a few errors.
Yeah. Yeah. I had another. I want to hear what your ideal lineup is for the Giants. I have mine right here, but let me hear yours and see how it matches with mine.
Assuming Eldridge makes the team, I personally like Arias leading off, Bader hitting second, Devers hitting third, Adames fourth, Eldridge fifth, Ramos sixth, Chapman seventh, Jung-Hoo Lee eighth, Bailey ninth. I like speed at the top of the lineup. That's why I kind of like. And I don't know, Jung-Hoo Lee and Bader, I'm kind of going back and forth, second or eighth. I don't know. I just like Bader a lot. I just think he's going to be a good 2-hitter because he's got some pop too. So, yeah, I didn't like Arias at first leading off. I think Tony over on Paulie's channel mentioned it, and it kind of grew on me, the idea that Arias, because he's a tough out, and he works.
Yeah.
He works the pitcher. He'll get 6, 7, 8 pitches out of him just to start the game. He's not a free swinger. He's not afraid of hitting with 2 strikes. So, I like that idea more and more about him leading off. I originally had him hitting second when I first heard he was coming over, Dan. But then I didn't realize he hit into so many damn double plays because he hits so many ground balls, and he's not overly fast. So, let's keep him in the leadoff position.
Yeah. Here's my lineup. And I'm going to make a tweak to it because they typed this a while ago. I got Lee leading off. I like Chapman in the second hole personally. I think he gets on base a lot. He's got a pretty good on base percentage. He's got a good eye. He walks. He gets on base in front of Devers. And if he learns to hit in spring like he does, hit in the regular season like he does in spring when he uses the whole field, if Lee gets on base, you could have runners on the corners, with nobody out and Devers coming up. I got Ramos right now. If I was to flip 3 of these guys, I would move Chapman maybe to second, Adames to fourth, and Ramos down to 6th. But I like Arraez right in the middle of my lineup, smack in the middle, because he hits the ball and he drives in runs. He's got a high OPS and a high batting average with runners in scoring position. I think a guy that just hits a lot of singles at the top of the order, but doesn't really, then has a team that has a lot of guys that don't make contact behind him. I don't really like that, because you saw it the last couple of years. The Giants would have second and third, nobody out, and they'd strike out, and then a fly out, and they'd get out, no runs, because they didn't know how to hit situationally, because they all striking out. I mean, Adames and Chapman both strike out a lot. Ramos strikes out a lot. Eldridge is going to strike out a lot. Bader strikes out a lot. Bailey strikes out a lot. You got to have some contact, and I like them right smack in the middle of the lineup. You're going to have runners on, and Chapman behind him. I like that. Or, like I said, you can put Ramos down at 6. Adames second is fine for me. He's a guy that drives in runs, 100 plus RBIs 2 years ago in Milwaukee. That second spot is a pretty good spot for RBIs. So I don't know. I mean, Arraez leading off is fine. Then maybe you put Lee in the 5 hole there. But I want to see somebody in the middle of that lineup that can actually make contact and move the runners.
A part of me thinks that Vitello's going to stay with the same lineup for a while. You know how the last few years guys have been hitting all over second, fifth, seventh, and sometimes that depends on how hot you are. But I just have this feeling that Vitello's going to stay for at least the first 2 to 3 weeks of the season, depending on who's pitching, of course, righty, lefty. With guys are going to be in the same slot. And hitters like to know where they're hitting in the lineup. They don't like to be moved all over the place. So I'm hoping that he does stay kind of with the same lineup as far as like where they are in the batting order. Something you mentioned the whole lineup about contact guys and strikeout guys. It's very rare to have 2 lefties start the game, but your best contact hitters are Lee and Arias. Wouldn't that be very? And most pitchers, as we often talk about on the show, there's more right-handed pitches in baseball. So if you have your 2 best contact hitters that make the pitcher work to start the game against a right-handed pitcher, I wouldn't be opposed to that either, because Arias is not going to be a flat-out base stealer, but he will do a lot of hit and runs, and it's going to require that guy in the 2 hole to put the ball in play. And that's not Bader. It's certainly not Chapman. They have a lot of swing and miss in their game. It's just those 2 guys. So I doubt it happens. Like I said, 2 lefties to start the game is pretty rare, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. That'd be different.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And
the nice thing about that is, even if there was a left-handed starter, we always think, oh, well, you can't have 2 lefties against a lefty. Why not? Like Arias and Lee can hit lefties especially Arias. Arias can hit anybody. So, and I've seen Lee enough to know that left-handers don't bother him that much. He hits about the same versus righties or lefties. So
yeah,
they're not your prototypical left-handed hitters that struggle against left-handed pitchers. They don't bail out on curves and sliders. They hang in there very well. So that would be different for sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot Rafi. He strikes out a ton as well. Thanks. Yeah, that's right. Forgot Rafi.
I do not like Rafi hitting second at all. I want him hitting 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I want him in RBI. Baseball just used to automatically your best hitter was your 3 hitter.
Yeah, going back to Arise with his errors, he says 8. One of the things, the problem with they talk about, he doesn't make a ton of errors on balls that he gets to. The problem is he doesn't get to the balls he should, that most second basemen get to, and that's why they say his defense is not so great, because he doesn't get to a lot of balls. So maybe he won't make his 10.5 plus errors. Maybe he is under 10.5. So maybe I'll change. I think Mr. Weird Cat Karen's got me thinking on that. Maybe I might lower that.
Well, one of the first things we noticed at that first workout was how light he was.
Yeah, he did.
And
look
how much
better,
weight. And if you're 10 to 15 pounds lighter than you were last year, remember, he played first base, so he doesn't have to be mobile.
Right.
So if he's 10 to 15 pounds lighter, which we saw, and we saw all the drills, he was moving really well. So his range might improve now that the Giants have committed to him to playing second base. That's the reason he said he came here. And once he knew he was going to be playing second base, he committed to losing weight. And
yeah,
he might be better than we think defensively.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Los, I think that's enough for tonight. I mean, it's we've gone an hour and 17 minutes, and I'm glad we're back on the same time zone as California. I was getting late here, it's like 10 to 9. A couple nights ago when we were doing this show, it'd be 10 minutes to 10 right now in Arizona. So this makes life a little easier. Games.
I don't know. I kind of like having that extra hour. I have 8 a.m. Zoom meetings a lot. I can sleep until 8:30 and still go on time. Now I got to get up at 7:30.
I know. And the other thing that happens is work. The last 6 months has been great because, it'll be 2:00 and I'll go, oh, I got to make a phone call because I got businesses that I work with that are on the East Coast time zone. And it's like, oh, it's only 4 there. But now I got to get my work done by 2:00 in the daytime because I can't contact those companies after 5. And I always loved it because if I have some companies in California too, and it'd be like, shoot, it's 5:00. Oh no, it's only 4 there. I can still call them. So it's double-edged sword, as they say.
Yeah.
So Dan, do the Vitello ejection over under. Tony's ejections.
Ooh, that's who asked that?
Alex Martinez. That's a good one.
Great question. Hey, that Italian temper, and he wants to make a name for himself and not think that umpires are, kind of getting over. He wants to show his team that he's got a lot of fire. I'm gonna say 6 ejections this year.
6.
God, that I miss that. I miss managers arguing. I miss Billy Martin arguing, Earl Weaver, Frank Robinson, Lou Piniella. God, replay took that out. I know it's better for the game, but I love Lasorda. Oh my God, Lasorda at Candlestick. So many times he would go off. Rub dirt, throw dirt on the umps. Those are
Who
great.
gets thrown out the most right now? Is it Aaron Boone? Let's see.
That could be a pretty good one.
I just looked it up under Google. As of early March 26, New York manager Aaron Boone has been ejected 46 times in his 8-year career. what is that? 8 times 6 is 48, right? So he's averaging right at 6 a year.
What did I tell you about Vitello? 6.
Okay, so Vitello, 6. 46 career. Give me another manager that gets tossed a lot. How about
Joey Cora of the Red Sox? Yes, no.
That's Alex Cora, right?
Alex Cora. I'm sorry, Alex Cora.
Let's see. I don't think Alex Cora. Let's see. Alex Cora has been ejected a total of 6 games in his career.
Oh.
Wow, not too much.
Mild-mannered Latino.
How about Dave Roberts? He doesn't get ejected a lot, does he? I don't think so. I'm trying to hone in on this a little bit better.
I just
14
don't think
ejections in his career. Okay.
With instant replay, managers don't get upset to get ejected
Right.
that often, So that number is obviously going to go down because they're getting the calls right.
Let me see about Tony V in college.
Do they actually have that statistic in college?
I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see. 5 games during his head coaching career is his most recent ejection against Auburn, May 4th, 2020. His known ejections occurred against Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Alabama, Missouri, and Auburn. So now it's probably check swing or things like that. Bad calls at the behind. I'm going to go with 4. I don't think he gets more than 4.
Do you remember all those games that Altabelli or Dave Bristol or Dave Bristol or Frank Robinson would come out and go at it with the umpire? And when they were done, that Candlestick crowd gave them standing ovations.
Yes, I loved Candlestick.
Vitello is going to want to make a statement. I say he's going to get thrown out in a game the first 2 weeks of the season. He's going to get thrown out or really damn close to it. He's going to want to make a statement, and it's going to be in front of the home crowd, and I'm going to love it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Well, guys, appreciate you being part of the show. We're working on some guests. Hopefully we get Andrew Susak on here. We was scheduled last week, but had a situation, wasn't able to make it. And we are in talks with the Giants right now. We're hoping we've agreed to it. We just haven't been able to nail it down that we would be getting Tony Vitello on here. So hope it comes to pass. It's getting later in spring. We've already, I've talked to Tony a couple of times, and he's it's a busy time. So hopefully we can get that thing settled. And, but who knows? Who knows if it happens or not at this point. But we will keep trying. I'll be out at the ballpark on Wednesday when the Giants take on the Kansas City Royals. I'll make sure Tony sees me and we get it done. But who knows? I don't want to be a pest to him either. So
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Give him your DeFalco's hat.
There we go. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. Hey Tony. Come on. Let's get on with the show.
Get the Italian beef and sausage combo.
Yes, there we go. All right, guys. We appreciate you being here. Let's go for some music here on the way out. We'll put up your chats as you put them up. Anything you want, last minute or two you got to say, better get your chat out now.
It's Giants baseball.
Whoops, I hit the wrong one. We want this one. I can actually talk over the music. Work my Italian accent on him. That's right. Dom Peralta, the designer of the NorCal Sports Network business card. Check that out, baby.
Yo, Dom's in here. What's up, Dom?
Check that out, guys. Look at that card. Monthly giveaway. Yeah. Tell your friends.
Dom's the man on graphic cards. Hit him up.
Nowhere is there any manager that can outmanage Cora in a game, especially an important one. Good manager.
Yeah, he is. I like Boston a lot this year. A lot. I like their lineup. I like their rotation. I think they're a major player for an AL pennant.
It helps when you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a trash can?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, no, he is a good manager. Alex Cora is a good manager. Very calm guy, too. Very, very. You think he's a hothead, but he's not. At least he holds his demeanor pretty well. That's probably why he hasn't been tossed too much. Yeah, Red Sox, it'd be good. We're going to do our predictions coming up in the next week or two on the season as far as where the hats line up. And expect where that Giants hat's right there. I think it's moving up a little bit. I'm going to put them in second place, I think, this year. I'm just going to go on a hunch. But anyway, guys, we'll be back maybe tomorrow night. I think we are. Yeah, we're back tomorrow night, our normal night, and we'll probably do a little Giants Italy. All right, we'll come on and do a little live Giants USA Giants. See, there we go. All right, everybody, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.